So today we want to start from how to design a brochure. That is basically what we want to look at today. That's where we are starting from. So without wasting time, let's go straight to Canva. All right, so this is Canva. Let me reload this page. All right, so like I have always said, whatever you want to design in Canva, you always come to this button here, which says create a design, and you click on it, and it brings this dialog box. And then you can select what you want to design. In our own case, we want to design a brochure. So I click on this, and it's going to open the appropriate size of brochure for me. And I'm going to see a lot of templates that I can choose from. All right. So I believe you have an idea of what we mean by brochure. Okay. You are seeing what? Two lists of brochure. Okay, 17 by 11, right? So that is 17 by 11. So all those sides, these are just difference in sizes and dimension. But it still does not change them from the fact that they are brochure. It's just a difference in sizes. That is all. Okay, so like I said, it's always recommended you start with a template. And looking at the left-hand side here, we have lots of templates available. Some of them are free as usual, and some of them are what? Are premium versions. Depending on the accounts, on the type of accounts you have, you need to be careful of the one you choose. So now I am going ahead to choose one particular one here that is absolutely free. And that is this one. So when I click on this, now discover that it has what? I am having two what? Two. That means the brochure is more like a front and back stuff. Are you understanding me? I don't know if you have been, if you know, it's more like a flyer, but this kind of flyer that they fold into three, that you can see both front and back. That's exactly what we have in here. So now I want to make use of the both. So I click on apply both pages. Now, so we have the two pages what? Inserted here. So you can see the way they are looking. Obviously, you need not to be told that the first page is the front side, and then followed by what? Followed by the back page. So, am I clicking? Now, for the sake of legibility, I can actually expand this a little bit so that I can see clearly what they wrote. All right, so now what do we do? We are going to be replacing everything one after the other. So this is company, about our company, fine, is okay. You can leave it that way. But these texts, they have to be what? Replaced. So let me zoom a little bit again just to see the text clearly. Okay. So this is the text. I can actually click inside here and edit, like I told you. So I am going to edit right away. So I'm going to say, Tech. You can write anything. Digital solutions is an ICT, the ICT training institute in Lagos, Nigeria. All right. So I can give my own paragraph by saying, so first off, as an ICT training center, we offer a wide range of courses such as digital marketing, data analytics, coding and programming, etc. So that is the end of it. I've been able to edit. So I'm through with editing. Now, this font size is actually small compared to what I want, because this is 9. You can imagine how tiny 9 will be. I can increase it a little bit to like 12. So let me select them, increase this to like 12, or if possible, if you still have spaces, you can make it more than, all right? So it's already stretching this side. So what I can do, can widen it a little bit and widen these a little bit. All right, so that it to be fitted in. All right, so I can also raise this a little bit up by clicking and then raise it up using my arrow keys. So I am done with that. I am done with that first one. Then this image, number one, I don't like the image. Number two, I can't even make use of the image because looking at the image, it has Canva watermark on it, meaning that I cannot make use of it. So because it's a premium, that image is a premium is a premium element in Canva. So I am going to replace it with something else. All right, so let me just check for any uploads I have and make use of it here. So since it's a text of, I can actually make use of this to replace that. So that has been replaced successfully. Or if I want something like this, just to make sure to maintain that blue stuff or whatever. So I think this is also okay. All right, DevOps. So I can minimize this to reduce this to see how it's looking fine. All right, so the next one I want to do is to change why choosers why choose us? So I am going to like expand this again so that it will be, I'll be able to see that place very well. Let me zoom. Okay. Now, why choose us? I can write here. There are various ICT training centers in Lagos, but here are few reasons why we are better and why you should choose us. All right. So now the same thing, this one is also having the same issue, which is the text will be so tiny. So I can increase the font size to like 12. That's what I want to maintain, a standard of 12. So I can stretch this a little bit. And I can also stretch this from here a little bit. Then I can move it up a little bit. Oh no. Okay, so all right, so I'll just mention outline the reasons here. Number one, I'll say detailed approach. Number two, I can write a conducive learning environment. For conducive learning environment. And the last thing I want to list here is internship slash job placement. So like I said, we also need to make this to also be environments. So I need to also increase the font size to like 12 so that it will be very legible to the people. All right, so I am done with this. So I can minimize this and see what I have. Then company logo. I can import company logo here. So let me search for Spraditech. All right, so this is a logo. I'm getting rid of these ones because we don't need them. So let me get rid of them, get rid of this and get rid of this. And then I can import our own logo to replace this. So by clicking here and dragging it down there. All right, so this is the logo. I keep reducing. I need to reduce it very, very well. Excuse me, 1 minute. Hello? Eh? Okay, so let me adjust my own logo. I can adjust this. To fitting into it. Now, the green inside here did not come out very well. Maybe it's because of the screen, but it came out a little bit here from my own screen. All right, so I'm going to leave it this way. All right, so this is how you change almost everything that is here. You can change anything that is here. Anything that you feel like you don't like, you can actually replace them here. So this gets in touch. You can enter your contact details. Some modern technology with professional services. I can leave it. So get in touch with us. So I can edit all of these now. Let me make it a little bit bolder. Let me zoom. Now this is 100%, meaning that 100% is actually how it's going to come out. This is almost on, let's say this is 100%. So it's going to be very tiny. You can see the font size is about 9, still 9. That's what they use, but I'm trying to make use of 12 so that the character will be legible. So now this place is the website. I can replace it with my own website, spratitech.ng. Okay. No, sorry, this one is for email. This is for email. So I am going to say info at spratitech.ng, then address. I also need to change the address. So I can say number 7, St. Finbar's, College Road, Akoka, Lagos. Let me just make it as brief as possible. And then I go to the next item to edit, which is the website. So I can get rid of this and say spratitech.ng, and I have this. So I need to increase the font size, like I told you, so that it will be a little bit legible. All right. Then same thing applicable to this. And finally, same thing applicable to this. Now, by virtue of the increase, the positions have changed. So the space is no longer sufficient here. So I might need to move this down a little bit. I can move this down. The same thing applicable to this icon. I can move the icon down also. So I think it's okay now. Then 247 delivery, fine. We can maintain these, or I can just say online, on-site, sorry, on-site / online training. Online training. So then I can expand this a little bit. I wanted them to be on the same line by trying to increase this box. So this is it. They are now on the same line. Okay, so colors is okay. then I have to replace it my own number. I can actually write 808 excuse me. I can get rid of this plus if I so wish. So 8559, then 63. Whatever I want to place there. All right, so let's assume there's a number. And then, yeah. And then what is left? I think I'm done with that one. So I now come to this other side here. So I can now change the picture for the first, starting with the picture. I click on this. Then since I have some pictures here under my uploads, I can actually replace them. So, all right, let's assume I love this one. I want to make use of any of these. I can just move it in there. All right, so it has replaced that one there. And then your logo, you can see bringing your logo here. And of course, the name of your business here too. So let me just complete that by copying this logo, copy and then paste and drag it down there to replace it. Then before I do that, let me get rid of these ones. Get rid of these ones. Okay, so scroll and then bring in this one here. All right, so now we have this. I can replace this medical care with, let's say, ICT, ICT training, centers. Let me reduce the font size so that it can be on the same line. Okay. So ICT training, then this one is center. I can say center. Also reduce the size so that it can be on the same line. Okay, this is okay. All right, so this is how we've been able to edit what? Edit the first page. And almost every information here is our own information that we imputed here. So you do the same to the what? To the second page. Now, in a situation where you want the brochure, because actually when you want to print this brochure, not print rather, when you want to make use of it, you most likely going to convert it to what? To PDF formats. So if that is the case, that means you can actually have more than one page. More than 2 pages rather. So, and if you need another page, all you just need to do, you can duplicate any of these here. All right, so let's assume this is one. I can duplicate this by clicking on this button. And so I am having how many what? I'm having how many? 3 pages now. 3 pages altogether. That is what I'm having here now. All right. So now I can toggle about, I can move this one. If I eventually I want this one to be up above there, maybe number 1, I can click on this upward arrow and it moves it to number 1. And I can also use it downward and move anyone down. For instance, this number 1 now, I can click on this what? Move down button, this move down icon, and it moves it what? Down. All right. So any question on Brochure? Okay.